Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tudoyan. This afternoon, I want to look at very disturbing developments coming out of, Parliament's portfolio committee on the police. These developments or these concerns are coming from Ian Cameron of the DA, who is the chairman of that committee, and Julius Malema, the leader of the EFF. Both of them have got their own different reasons why they think that Advocate Malema Teffo must not appear before Parliament's ad hoc committee. And I would like to play you a clip. Just take a listen to this and hear what their concerns are.
That was mentioned. Chair, the third is more of a question or an objection. I'm not 100% sure about the invitation of ex-advocate Teffo. The reason, very simply, is that the former advocate was struck off the roll of legal practitioners by the Gauteng High Court in 2022. Many complaints of misconduct and dishonesty, as well as misappropriation of funds. He since sought leave to appeal the judgment, but his application was dismissed in May 2024 because of it being filed late and it lacked reasonable prospects of success. So I can provide all the reasons or the detail of the misconduct, as well as the misappropriation of funds, as well as the failure to previously cooperate. And then the last one was just the disrespectful conduct as well, that was mentioned in court too. And I'm aware that he has also been now since our last meeting been sending messages to some of the parliamentary staff as well, in quite a threatening manner. So I don't see how someone like that can add value to this process. Thank you, Chair.
Like Honorable Cameron, we agree that Teffo has got nothing to offer at all, and will plead with the honorable members when that point comes that he needs to be removed. He's got absolutely nothing to offer, and we are not a platform for gossipers. We need people who are going to help us save the justice system of South Africa. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't take long.
I can tell you that is that the initial intention of the people who sent me to jail is that either I won't come back, I'm going to die there. If I don't die there, I'll be mad. Yes. These are the intentions, you see. So I shouldn't come back as an ordinary person. If I don't come back with a mock bag, I should come back as someone who is insane. Then I can be declared unfit to practice as a lawyer.
And there were no attempts on your life while you were in jail, no?
No one
attempted to kill you while you were in jail?
No, like I'm saying, when I was in jail, actually I started in Kgosimampuru. In Kgosimampuru, I spent 9 months. On the 9th month, I got the bail, 1,000. So when I got the bail, immediately I paid. So when I was thought that I would be going home, they said, no, remember you've got the case in Johannesburg. So now you don't go home. People from Johannesburg, the police from Johannesburg, they will come and fetch you on Monday, which was going to be the 29th. Remember, I got the bail on the 24th of April, 2024. But now they didn't want me to go home. I have to stay until wait for the Monday, the 29th. So now, if I got the bail and I paid the bail from the 24th until that 29th, I'm illegal in prison, you see. But they didn't care. I have to stay there until Monday when the people from Johannesburg, the police, They come fetch me at Khosimampuru.
And during all this
Take me.
time, no one tried to kill you. Like no one came into your bunker or something.
Or poison your food.
I have been poisoned.
You were poisoned.
Yeah, Khosimampuru.
Iban.
December 2023. Through the chicken licken. That was smeared with the poison.
Who was the chicken licking from?
One of the inmates at the single cells. So this was planned, but now, as I'm speaking now, it is there, but it was fortunately, I would say fortunately, because it was December of 2023. Then April 2024, that's when I got the bail. That's when I have to go to Johannesburg. So it was like this would be a slow poison.
Oh, slow
Yeah,
poison.
yes. It was diagnosed while I was in Johannesburg prison. Yes, by the doctor, you see. And that had impact also. Do you see my fingers here? See? Yes.
Your fingers, your nails
Yeah.
are gone.
Nails are gone. You see.
Is that the
Yes.
poison?
It's that impact of the poison.
Yes.
You keep using this word, they.
Even if they steal those chickens of mine, I will not call Advocate Teffo to represent me. Never. There is no skill at all. There is no decorum at all. He has got no respect for the bench at all. And he deserves no title of an advocate. I hope he doesn't belong to any bar, because if there is any bar, it must take action on him. How does a lawyer, Floyd, say in court this fucked up situation? A lawyer? He undermines all of us, actually. You can't use such language in a court of law. You might disrespect that guy. But once he's sitting on top there, he's the court. The day he used such language, and the day he has been exchanging the way he was exchanging with the judge, I knew this guy deserves not to be called an advocate. For sure, it's those other advocates, you see, not of going to that thing, what do you call it? I don't think he went to pupillage that one. Because the pupillage will have taught him the discipline. We can be angry anyhow, but the courts must be respected. If he starts speaking like that to our judges, then everybody is going to do that. And then we'll have nowhere to run to.
In the whole system, it can't be that I'm the only one who interfered, who did this and that. Over and above, there are many people that are in the system with a matter that has been handled since January, with a lot of feedback being given, a lot of meetings being held, going in and out of Parliament discussing the same matter. Now, how do you then pin it on one individual?
All this came up when Parliament ad hoc committee was discussing the possible list of witnesses that they would like to invite to testify before it. Let us start with Ian Cameron. Ian Cameron says Teffo has been struck off the roll and that he tried to appeal that, striking off, and was unsuccessful. So for those reasons, Cameron does not think that Teffo's appearance before Parliament's ad hoc committee will add any value into unraveling the issues that Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi has come up with. So for those reasons, he thinks that he must not be put on the list of witnesses. That is basically what Ian Cameron is saying there. Julius Malema, on the other hand, says Teffo is just a rumor monger. he also maintains that it will not add value to any of the proceedings or to any of the things that Parliament will be dealing with as they delve into them Kwanazi allegations. So that is how the scenario is panning out in the Portfolio Committee insofar as Malema Teffo is concerned. But in all fairness to everybody, I don't think that Teffo must be blocked or prevented from appearing before Parliament's Portfolio Committee. Teffo may well have been struck of the role of advocates, but that does not mean that Teffo is not in possession of information that might be of value to South Africans regarding, what he knows about the Senzo trial or investigation. So to simply silence the man because he has been struck off the role of advocates, I think, will not help anybody. We need as many people as possible to come forward to testify if they have credible evidence. And the credibility of that evidence will only be assessed when such a person comes before the committee to testify. Simply because you have been struck off the role of advocates should not automatically disqualify you from tendering evidence before that portfolio committee. So I think for those reasons, Ian Cameron here has just missed the whole point. We need as many people as possible to come forward to come and testify. Let us look at Julius Malema. Julius Malema has had several run-ins with Teffo. Remember that famous clip where he says that even if somebody, stole his hard-body chickens, he would not enlist Teffo as to be his advocate. So there's a lot of, that the relationship between Malema and Teffo is quite toxic. Teffo then retorted to say Malema must leave him to his law and Malema must focus on his politics and his woodwork. I guess it's good as mine as to what he was referring to there. So Malema also additionally says that Teffo's appearance before the ad hoc committee will not help the ad hoc committee at all in its endeavors to try and get to the bottom of the revelations that General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi came up on the 6th of July. I also, for the same reasons that I've, given you in respect of Ian Cameron, do not agree with Julius Malema on this one. You see, Julius Malema might have had his own run-ins with Malema Teffo, but if Teffo has got anything of value to put before that committee, it is for that committee to evaluate at that particular time, the veracity of such evidence or the value of such evidence also. And it is a bit unfair to disqualify the man because allegedly, he's just a rumor monger and will not add value to the proceedings of the ad hoc committee. That remains to be seen because let Teffo testify. If his evidence is of no value to the committee, so be it. It can always be discarded. Or even midway through his testimony, they can just cut him down and, make a determination there and there that, his testimony is just purely a waste of time. But Teffo must certainly be, afforded the opportunity to come and voice all the things that he's been telling us ever since, the Senzo trial began and he was catapulted into the limelight. It is for South Africans to evaluate whether any evidence that he tenders there will be of any value or will be useless. And the committee also similarly will evaluate it. But you cannot just simply preclude somebody's testimony on the basis of saying that it will not add any value to the work that the committee is undertaking without even having had that evidence. So Teffo must have his day like any other South African before that committee. Say what it is that he wants to say. And at the end of the day, we'll all make evaluations as to, whether there's any substance there. Having said that, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me thank you for all the subscriptions and the likes and shares that I'm seeing. Please remember that the Daily Fix is now going live every Saturday between the hours of 9 and 11. We have a live chat, and the topic will be announced a day before. That is on Fridays, on the Friday editions. I'll let you know what it is that we are going to discuss the following day. So please participate in that. It starts at 9, it goes on until 11 a.m. Having said that, let me thank you once more and have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon and evening.